I ran into you with a pole stick. I'm on top of you rappers like a Jehovah's Witness, with a photo of Jesus and a paper pamphlet, and I threw my rejection like I was playing Hamlet.
Everybody, my name is John Gregory, and as you probably read in the title, this is my start of my venture into the United States Air Force. Now, I'm not in the Air Force yet. I actually just started my paperwork today, so I'm not going to go saying I'm an airman or anything, because I'm not. I just signed a bunch of papers today. First off, I chose the Air Force because of the technology. The technology is so much different than all the other branches, the Army, the Marines, Navy, Coast Guard. They do so much more with satellites and drones and all these things that you can think of. And I've always been a technology fan, you know, computers, video games, TVs, anything you name it. So that's what really drew me to the Air Force. And Tom, shut up. My cat, he has AIDS. Better watch out for him. I come from a military background, kind of. My biological father was in the Coast Guard. My grandfather was in World War II. He was in the Army. My cousin was in the Navy. I got another cousin that's in the Air Force. He's an air traffic controller in North Dakota. My uncle was in the Army. You know, so a lot of my family members, there's a lot more, but they all were in the military, so I figured that this was something that I really wanted to do in my life. So I figured, why not? And I've been wanting to do this for months. Like, I was stopped at the mall. This is what actually got me really thinking about it. I was at the mall last October, November, something like that. And I was walking into a store, and this Marine recruiter stops me, and he's like, "Hey, you look pretty buff. You look like you're in shape. Why don't you stop by my office tomorrow? And we can talk about, you know, the military and stuff." So I went, I talked to him about it. It seemed pretty rough. Like, Marines, I gotta give it to them. It's not something I could do. They are hardcore, vigilant, all sorts of amazing. My supervisor at a job, I was a welder for a little bit, and my supervisor was a Marine for 5 years, and he said he couldn't see anything else he wanted to do besides that. He loved it, you know, people love it, they're passionate about it, but it's just not something that I figured that I could do. I'm not that hardcore, so to speak. I'm more technology. So, yeah, that's what really got me into it, and I was going to go start my paperwork last November. It was like the third week in November. And I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm probably going to say this again. If you really want to get into the military, don't do anything illegal. Like, don't go to parties, because you're going to get in trouble. Don't drink, you're going to get in trouble. Don't smoke weed, you're going to get in trouble. I was so into this military that I wanted to live my life before I left. So, one night, me and my buddies had been drinking a little bit, decided to go to the casino. So we're driving, I roll through a stop sign, and I get pulled over. Now, I'm not drunk, but I'm underage. I'm 19 years old. So there's a zero tolerance law in Michigan for anybody under 21. It's an automatic DUI. But thankfully, I told the officer when I was in the back of the cop car, I'm like, I want to start my Air Force paperwork next week. I already had this all set up. And he ended up just giving me a minor in possession of alcohol with a mandatory 3 months of probation, no jail time. I got it deferred, so it was off my record. But still, the bad thing about it is you can't join the military on probation. So there's 3 months of my life that I was just sitting around just watching Air Force videos on YouTube, just thinking what could have been. So I got off probation on February 22nd of 2012, this year, and I was ready to start my paperwork, my Air Force paperwork. And I look online, and you can't start your paperwork for 90 days after the end of your probation. So I've just waited 3 months to start it, and I gotta wait another 3 months to even start. So there's 6 months that I had to wait just to start my paperwork. I'm not leaving in a week or two. I'm going to be leaving in another 4 to 6 months. So after everything happened, I'm looking at a year when it could have been 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to tell you this again. If you really want to do this, just stay at home. Maybe have a friend over, play some video games, play Call of Duty. Don't drink, don't drive, don't smoke, don't even be around anything. Because I'll tell you what, it's going to screw your life up. And so today, all I did was start my paperwork. I went to the recruiter's office. Sergeant Pop. I live in Michigan, right in the middle. So right there, right in the middle. So it's not a very big recruiting office. I think she's the only one there, and she's only there Monday and Tuesday because she's got 2 offices. So small, a couple of my friends went there. She said she's pretty cool. And she just asked me some background questions. Have I ever had asthma, broken any bones, eczema, surgeries, stuff like that. Basic things. And what are you doing? She's crazy. But no, and she got my ASVAB scores. I got a 69 my junior year of high school. That was 3 years ago. So I got to retake the ASVAB, but that really kind of opens up a lot of jobs for me, because if I get the same, I'm looking at a lot of jobs. I got a 77 on my electrical, so that opens up almost all the electrical jobs that I want, and that might be the one when I want to go, is electrical. But I haven't decided on a job. I've been doing a lot of research on the Air Force the last 6 months, so I kind of got it figured out. I know I want to do either air traffic control, because that's what my cousin does. He's in North Dakota. Security forces, because I went to college a little bit for law enforcement, and my brother's a cop in Florida, so I've wanted to be a cop for the last 4 or 5 years, and I went to school for it. And I saw imagery analyst, and I thought that was pretty cool. Looking down on places, missions over in Iraq, make sure people aren't going into a hostile environment. They'll give them a heads up of what they're looking to get into over there. So I think those are my 3 main jobs, and I think those fall under administration. I know security forces is general, but I think imagery analyst and air traffic controller administration. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to do. And we just talked a little bit about the Air Force. She asked me, what I was hoping to gain out of it. I want to travel. I want to travel a lot. I want to go overseas. I want to see, Italy, Korea, Japan, Europe, all those things over there. But yeah. So she was talking to me about MEPS, the Military Entrance Processing Station, and she could have gotten me in there, I believe, next week. But I have a wart on the bottom of my foot. It's a plantar wart, and I guess if you have them when you go to MEPS, it's disqualification. So that's kind of delaying it back. I've been treating it for the last month. I've been freezing it and ripping it away part after part, piece after piece. So it's almost gone. Hopefully it'll be gone within the next couple days. So maybe next week, the week after that, I can go down and get my physical taken care of, swear in if I pass all the examinations and stuff, and hopefully go into delayed entry and get the ball rolling. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. We didn't do a whole lot. I gotta go next week again. I got a big ass pamphlet. I gotta answer all these questions. I gotta know like 4 references, bunch of medical questions and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try and post a video every week and update you guys what I'm doing, how I'm training. I'm doing Insanity right there. I started Insanity. I'm on day 3 right now. It's killing me. It's killing me. But I'm 6'3". I weigh 193 pounds. I got a little bit of muscle, but, you know, I got a lot of fat on me. I'm a chunky guy for 193 pounds, so I'm trying to get rid of that, and then, you know, hopefully bulk up a little bit for basic. You know, I'm excited. I know I wanted to do this 6 months ago, so, you know, this is something that I'm passionate about, and hopefully, you know, everything works out for me. And, you know, I've been looking up a lot of videos on YouTube, you know, J. Cruz USAF. I looked up all his videos, you know, Retro Dre's For the Win. You know, I started looking at his videos the couple days before he left for basic. So, you know, I talked to him for a little bit and, you know, said what's up. And, that Too Cool for School guy, yeah, that guy. I looked up, he's actually security forces, so I looked up, you know, his videos of what it's like, you know, and, you know, see what it's going to be really like. And Fueled by Alan, I saw his videos and saw his dorm in Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Arizona, and I thought that was pretty cool, and I like his dorms over there, so hopefully everything works out and, you know, I can get this going. So, you know, thanks again for watching. You know, subscribe, like. If you guys have any questions, you can personal message me. You know, I get questions all the time, so if you want to get them answered, I'll try my best to answer them for you. And if I don't know, I will tell you, and then I'll look up and I'll tell you whatever I find. So, see you guys next time.